I'm here to change. Change people, change systems, change lives.
And they just said to me, Kaz, do you want to go to business school, or do you really want to help people? And, you know, I really want to help people.
I love creativity and I love story. So much of therapy is based on getting people to get to know their own story and then change the story in the future.
And it's funny because you'll sit there and you'll be in class and someone will be like, yeah, I'm working with schizophrenic, depressed, and they're substance abuse users, and it's great.
Like just today, I got bit about 4 times. I got scratched, I got kicked, but then you start to think to yourself, I mean, they're 4 years old and they have this much rage inside them. They've seen things that, I'm 28 that I probably have never seen in my life.
I mean, I was a child of the 60s. So I really wanted to do what I could to make the world a better place. And what Columbia did was help me channel those impulses and those instincts and help me figure out how I could contribute.
There wouldn't be social work education if not for Columbia University. That's a bold statement. But if you go back to the very start of this school, you know that the very history of social work education really is rooted in Columbia University School of Social Work. Our professors and our scholars have shaped the field. They're the ones who have developed theories and practice approaches that are used all over the world.
And we offer a large number of specializations. So students who want variety, who want something exciting, who want something different and innovative will come to Columbia.
I did a comparison of schools within the nation and looking at the programs, the curriculum, the faculty. I felt that Columbia was worth the investment.
I applied to 3 schools in the city. I got into the other 2 when I waited for Columbia because I knew I wanted the sort of New York experience with a world-class education at the same time.
Whatever your interests are, however rare you may think they are, I mean, we can find it in New York.
And it's a place where we can travel to the world without actually getting on a plane.
You cannot get your master's in social work unless you have a substantial amount of time actually applying the knowledge that you learn in the classroom out in the field.
United Neighborhood Houses is the federation of 35 settlement houses and neighborhood centers. Our member agencies all have students from Columbia.
My placement is at Colgate-Palmolive, and Colgate is concerned about human rights needs, the needs of workers, women in the workplace, opportunities for people of color.
I'm working at a rape crisis intervention and victims of violence program, and that can be such emotional, traumatic work, but at the same time so rewarding.
I'm at a state psychiatric inpatient ward, and I'm learning how to be a dialectical behavior therapist with suicidal and parasuicidal patients, so I'm on the front lines.
And I say that to the students at orientation. Make sure when you're done with your field assignment in May, that agency is sorry to see you go.
There are several areas in which the U.S. government has been influenced in one way or another by research that's been done at the school.
We were able to document how the proposed welfare reforms in New York State would plunge families even deeper into poverty. And that study hit the New York Times, and it did affect policy. I don't think the governor at the time was very happy with us.
Project Connect was funded by the National Institute for Mental Health to design an intervention for heterosexual couples who engage in HIV risk behavior.
My work attempts to actually influence how parents interact with their adolescent children as a means of preventing or reducing risk behavior.
And so what we've become very aware of is that our practice today and in the future increasingly needs to embrace a global reality.
We have a fellowship program that is funded by Soros, the Open Society, and this fellowship allows us to bring 8 students from Central Asia, Mongolia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia, and they go back to their own country and use the skills and knowledge that we teach them to make a difference there.
Had 3 different presidents from different countries where we were able to ask them questions and students were able to get in and interact with that.
We have a wonderful group of students all committed to doing social work. What we realize is that 90% of our student body requires and receives financial aid.
In the past, we could never have all the students in the building at the same time.
I used to teach in a classroom that had a pole in the middle, and I could walk around to either side of the pole in order to see if they were paying any attention or going to sleep.
Oh, I think the environment does matter. You're sending messages, so I think it's a very important symbol for the profession to have a brand spanking new building that says we're important, we're worthy.
Welcome to the future, because this is the future home of the Columbia University School of Social Work.
I think for the first time we actually have a capacity with space to build a community within this building.
The new building gives us an opportunity to interact and share our experiences.
We have an approach to our curriculum that I think makes us stand head and shoulders above everyone else. We're using digital media, web-based computer learning.
We had our library. It was this walk up all of these blocks and then across the entire Columbia University campus. But now I just walk up to the 2nd floor and I'm here.
And then we have the breakout rooms and role play rooms, which really adds another dimension to your educational experience.
We really can do what we love and what we believe.
In the words of a very famous Columbian, our students and our faculty have chosen to live 2 lives, one for themselves and one for the world.
And I know that these
I think that people choose social work for a whole variety of reasons.
A commitment to human rights.
The commitment to social justice, the commitment to equality.
To save the world.
So I want my students to know for sure that they can make a difference, that they have the knowledge that the world needs.
And we all want to give as much as we're getting from this education. We want to give it all back.
It just makes me so proud to know that we are in all of these different areas of New York, of the country, and of the world. And I can't help but think that somehow we're making an enormous difference.